I just need 5 minutes of your time, America. I just need 5 minutes of your time. No, this is not a peaceful demonstration. That's what you were hoping for, was another peaceful demonstration. This is not another peaceful demonstration. How long did you think it was going to take? How long did you think you were going to allow white supremacists to call for a race riot and a race war on Twitter without anybody reacting? How long did you think it was going to take, America? How long did you think it was going to take to keep paying people $7.50 an hour when inflation has gone way past that for decades? The hungry people will storm the castle. How long did you really think this could just go on? How long did you think you could get away with murder? How many more peaceful demonstrations did you think were going to happen? You were hoping for a peaceful demonstration. You see, the one thing that I know to be true is we're all connected. We're all connected. Your boy Martin Luther King said injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. You know why? Because he was wise. You may say to yourself, well, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, the gas station, they didn't have anything to do with this. Why are you robbing them? Why are they getting looted? They didn't have anything to do with this. Until they did. Until they did. What you realize is, if all of us don't speak out, if all the white people and the company owners in every walk of life didn't see the deaths of Black people unjustly done by their government, not by between each other. I don't want to hear that anymore. You shoot each other. That doesn't matter. Crime existed well before this country was ever in progress. But when the people who you put in charge of you are killing you daily, if everyone doesn't speak up because it's not their problem, it's only a matter of time before it becomes your problem. And you're just now realizing that. There are no more peaceful demonstrations left. How long did you think it would take? When you did a peaceful demonstration, you called it Black Lives Matter. They called you terrorist anyway. How long did you think it would take? How long could you watch your sons die before you rose up? How long did you think it would take before people who are constantly misrepresented and underrepresented see the other people getting richer and richer off of their backs while telling them to pull up their shoelaces, pull up their bootstraps, and get back in the game? This isn't the way to do it. What's the way? How many Zimmermans have to get off? How many neo-Nazis have to be called decent people? You were hoping for a peaceful demonstration. The truth is, under oppression, it only takes a certain... The fact that it lasted this long is amazing to me. It's amazing to me that Black people weren't burning police stations and police officers, and even if not just in effigy, They did it to Obama. How many times did I see a picture of Obama being hung or in the crosshairs for nothing? And you want a peaceful demonstration for murder? I would love that, guys. I'm nonviolent. But I'm just telling you, your racism, the history of racism in this country is now coming home to roost, and peaceful demonstrations won't cut it. Oppression does that. America was being oppressed by England, and what they did was they rampaged the cities. They burned the Capitol buildings. America was being under the knee of oppression from England, and they threw the tea off the boat. They did not peacefully protest. They picked up weapons and started shooting at them. We're only lucky that that's not happening here. Because if this was a white demonstration somewhere in the South, there'd be a lot more deaths. Because everybody believes in guns down here. When America was being under the knee of oppression by England, they did not peacefully protest. It only took so long before they couldn't take the taxes. It's my son drumming upstairs. I hope he doesn't die one day in about 18 years. I hope he doesn't die one day under the knee of a cop one day. I'm not about the violence. What I'm telling you is this is the reaction. We don't learn history so that we can avoid the pitfalls. We learn about history so that we can predict what's going to happen. And it's never been a time in history that you could just get away with killing and destroying and not feeding and not paying the plebeians that they didn't overtake the castle at some point with pitchforks and knives and fire. Your racism is coming home to roost. And you didn't allow for the law, so that option is gone. You did only half measures in politics, so political options are gone. And you called them terrorists when they peacefully marched, so that option is gone. There's nothing left. You take away the only social expression they can have in marching peacefully. You take away the only recourse in law they could have had, and you take away the politics because you're all bought off. You can now only expect violence and burning because you've left them with no other option. I'm not condoning it. I'm predicting it. I predicted it last year. I predicted it 3 years ago that it's going to come to a head because nobody's listening. Cops continue to get off. They don't have the law, they don't have politics, and they don't have the ability to march because you called them terrorists when they tried to march. What happens is when you leave them with no other recourse and no other resource, they become human again. In any other country, riots would have been rampaging the country for at least 10 years now. In Egypt, Brazil, any other country besides this one, simply because we're the longest lasting social democracy, real democracy, supposedly. If you don't count that electoral college thing, we'll get on that another day. But we've been trained to not do this. But you can only suppress the reptilian brain for so long. This is the reaction of a human. This is a reaction of a human in fight or flight circumstances. This is learned on the Serengeti 100,000 years ago in our evolution, that when we're dying and you're faced with life and death situations and there's no other recourse, you burn it down or run away. You kill it or you run away. It's reptilian. It's human. That's why this is happening. No, this is not a peaceful demonstration. Those didn't work.